Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Rank, where I climb the online VGC 17 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. I wanted to bring you guys one last episode with the Pikachu Wailord team that's been floating around on the Global Link rentals, just because I wasn't too happy about how I played yesterday, and I wanted to see if I could redeem the team and give it a one last shot at glory. Of course, it's a team that was created by a Japanese player. You can check out the description for both the rental code and for the Japanese team report. It is written in Japanese, but has some details, and maybe you can Google Translate it or whatnot. But yeah, really fun team to use, and we're going to find our first opponent from South Korea immediately to kick off the episode. As always, if you guys enjoy Road to Rank, please show support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. In addition, I uploaded my team analysis for the Ninetales team that I was using previously, so if you want to check that out, that's also in the description below. But let's get into this first game. I'm already really scared of my opponent's team because there's a Whimsicott, and I'm pretty sure my win rate against Whimsicott is 0% right now, so Whimsicott, Tapu Fini, Araquanid, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, and Kartana. So Whimsicott here, most likely going to be that Nature's Power variant. That's not good. Yesterday, was it yesterday where I missed the Hydro Pump? I don't remember. Or was that a game that yeah, I really don't remember when I played. I did miss yesterday, but I think I'm thinking of a different game. Either way, in terms of lead matchup here, I like to go Kartana because Kartana applies pressure against both Tapus and the Garchomp and Pelipper, because I threat in with Tailwind and Hurricane, and most of the Whimsicotts typically are just, they use the Fairy Z move, or the normal Z move, to take advantage of Nature's Power, so I can just maybe one-shot it potentially, which would be really good. I would love Wailord here, but I don't see a point, I don't see a position where I could set up Tailwind, and my opponent doesn't have Tailwind. I'm gonna go Koko. I guess Wailord still makes sense since Pikachu only gets like a fake out off, and my opponent can protect from fake outs anyway, so I'm gonna lock in and we'll see how this goes. So my opponent choosing his team up until the very last second. But yeah, so we've seen a lot of, or not a lot of, but a decent amount of Whimsicott teams pop up recently, and they kind of are paired with Tapus. And so with Nature's Power, which is a priority attack, or it's boosted by Whimsicott's Prankster, you can really take advantage of that since you basically guarantee getting attacks off first. So I'm going to go with Kartana and Pelipper instead of Pikachu, and we do see Whimsicott and Kartana from my opponent's end, which I think I'll take here. So the question is, what does my opponent really do? We could both trade Tailwinds. I don't know what Kartana set my opponent's running either. I would love to just Smart Strike Whimsicott and Tailwind. He could Protect, though, and just Sacred Sword my Kartana. What do I have in the back again? Koko and Wailord. I want a Tailwind here for sure. I think I'm actually going to Sacred Sword Kartana and Tailwind. This could be a mistake. I feel like Whimsicott might Protect. I could totally be wrong. But he does Protect. Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. So he Leaf Blades. I don't know whether he's Scarfed or not, which is frustrating, since we potentially Speed Tie, but I will get the Sacred Sword off. Does a ton. And I will get the Tailwind up. However, next turn my opponent simply can just Tailwind. I feel like he's going to be Scarfed, though. So if he is Scarf Kartana, like I think he is, I could just Sacred Sword and Hurricane. That's what I'm going for here. He could Encore me. And that's why I also want to Sacred Sword into Kartana, because of the Encore. Like, if he Encores me, and actually I think the Encore target's random, if I remember correctly, which is kind of a weird mechanic. But yeah, getting a Beast Boost would be huge, especially because I have Tailwind as well. So Kartana switches out. That indicates to me that it probably is Scarfed. Araquanid, great switching by my opponent here. But that's fine, because now I know he's Scarfed. I can really utilize that to my advantage. He does just go for a Tailwind of his own. But that's frustrating because I could have Smart Striked. However, Scarf Kartana actually outspeeds Pelipper still, which is why I went for the Sacred Sword onto that slot. So I will get the Sacred Sword off, I will get the Hurricane off. Will this be enough to knock out Whimsicott? Does it have Sash? It doesn't, which is good because I hate going against Whimsicott. So I pick up a knockout there, and we both have Tailwind up. So this is pretty much ideal, I would say, for me, but Cortana probably comes back in for my opponent now. Oh, it's actually Coco. Thinking emoji. Okay. Maybe Pikachu actually would have been a decent Pokemon to bring. For my opponent, probably just go for a Fire type attack onto Cortana and Electric type attack onto Pelipper. I have the Z move, but I don't know if that knocks out Coco at -1. He also could Extreme Speed and like Thunderbolt me. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Z move onto Coco. I think that might still just knock him out. And I'll go for a last ditch Hydro Pump. I don't expect to get this off at all, but I don't really want to switch out. He does Extreme Speed, okay. Thunderbolt might just knock me out because I don't have Sash or AV. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt. No! Please get this off. Please. Okay. Paralysis is bad, but it's not the end of the world. Don't know if Bloom Doom will knock him out. Let's see. But either way, I will get my Coco in. He's Life Orbed as well, so even if this doesn't knock him out, he might just faint from Recoil, which is great. So here's the Bloom Doom onto the Tapu Koko from Cortana. -1, 90%. Oh yeah, it picks up that knockout easily. Very nice. And I will get a Beast Boost as well, which negates the Intimidate. Not that that matters too much. I definitely bring in Tapu Koko here. Definitely. And at this point, I don't know whether Cortana is Scarfed or not, but if it's not, then I just win the game from Coco. I believe this is the last Thunder Tailwind for me. He's got one more. Yep. Could be an offensive Arcanine still. Let me think this through. Shoot, if he's offensive Arcanine, I'm worried about a double target onto Coco with Extreme Speed Leaf Blade. Because I want to Sacred Sword Cortana right now. But I think I definitely Sacred Sword. I can't really protect Coco though, because then... Well, no, so it's like if I expect him to double up into Coco and I protect here, I really want a Thunderbolt. I don't know. I feel like Arcanine's going to be offensive. I went for the Thunder. I think maybe I should have protected Coco there. Let's see. Oh, I thought he was going for... He does Extreme Speed. Okay. Does he double up into me? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm faster. So he's not Scarf then, I guess. Okay. No, that makes my life a lot easier. Cool. So I'll pick up that knockout. Cortana's paralyzed. That's fine. Tailwind Peter's out. Okay. So he can only knock out one of my two Pokemon this turn, so I'm just going to Sacred Sword. Do I want to protect Coco? No, I'll probably just go for the guaranteed damage. Actually, Protect is probably still better. How many turns of Rain are there left? This is the last turn. That's frustrating. So I'd actually have to Discharge. So my opponent knows that as well. I think if I don't get fully paralyzed, I should be good anyway. Let's Protect. No, but he could Extreme Speed knock me out. I'm gonna Thunder. He'll probably knock out Coco here. If he doesn't, I just win the game outright. He does Extreme Speed. Okay. Oh, into Cortana. Perfect. Okay, that's why I didn't Protect with Coco. He actually doesn't even pick up the knockout from there. So Thunder here will come out, we'll target Arcanine, and we'll just win the game. Perfect. Woof. That was a doozy, but making the turn 1 by expecting Whimsicott to Protect and Tailwind is basically the key winning play. I think if I didn't make that play, I probably would have lost. If I, for example, just attacked into Whimsicott. But I put a lot of pressure against my opponent, basically forced the switch out, and that was absolutely crucial. So I wasn't really kind of expecting to win that one, but I definitely feel pretty happy about that one. I think otherwise, yeah, Whimsicott not having a Sash is a big deal, and as I said, it was probably the Fairy or the Z move, because that's typically used in combination with Nature's Power. So, yeah, that was definitely a doozy, and I typically lose against Whimsicott teams. Like, I always feel really bad against them, so I'm glad I was able to win there. Just because, I don't know, you never know exactly what the Whimsicott's carrying. You know, yeah, obviously, like, Tailwind, Nature's Power, typically Protect, but, like, it could be Encore, it could be something else. I'm going to get matched up against a pretty high-rated opponent, Non-Taro, with a rating of 1834 for our next opponent of the day. He's running a team of Snorlax, Garchomp, Tapu Koko, Araquanid, the Kartana, and the Tapu Fini. So, this screams to me, bring Wailord. Mimikyu is kind of useless here. I think I'm going to go with my typical core of Pikachu, Pikachu, Pelipper, Wailord, and the Kartana. Once again, you can make a case for Tapu Koko. But I like Wailord a little bit more here, especially with the Snorlax on my opponent's side. So, I'm going to go with these four. I feel pretty safe. You do have to worry about a potential taunt. Like, that's probably the biggest issue that I suffer from. Because with Fake Out, you pretty much guarantee Tailwind up. Because with the Focus Sash on Pelipper, nothing can one-shot you. And there's nothing in the format that can... Or, I mean, I guess there are a couple Pokemon that do get those attacks that hit twice. I guess Garchomp, I think it still gets access to Dual Chop in this metagame. That was something we actually saw a little bit in older metagames to bypass Focus Sashes. I don't even know if that would knock out Pelipper. I don't think it would be able to. Although, I am max special attack and speed. But point is, yeah, there are a bunch of potential taunt users in Koko and Fini. And no, Arcanine doesn't get access to taunt. But yeah, you might have to Fake Out the Koko or the Fini to avoid a potential taunt turn 1. Because the way this team wins is basically by setting up Tailwind. That's why going up against opposing Tailwind teams typically very bothersome, as well as... what else? As well as taunt users. Because if they can shut your Tailwind out or match your Tailwind, then you're in a lot of trouble because Wailord gets outsped by most of the metagame, especially on my opponent's team. You know, he's got Koko, he's got the Kartana, all major threats. So, let's see what is the lead for my opponent. Gonna go with my trusty Pikachu and my Pelipper. He's going to bring out the Koko and the Kartana. Okay, that's fine. It's definitely going to be a Fake Out going into Koko, I think. Which is annoying, because I don't know whether it has taunt or not. But I think I have to deny the taunt. So I'm going to Fake Out Koko and just Tailwind. Yeah. Kartana could go for a Leaf Blade onto either of my Pokemon. I'm perfectly fine with that. I would actually prefer, ideally turn 1, Koko doesn't protect, gets the Fake Out, loses the potential Sash. Kartana goes for a Leaf Blade onto Pikachu, so I get a free switch in into Wailord. The only concern is if Kartana is Scarfed. And, you know, that's something that is popping up that players use. And it does catch opponents off guard because, you know, it can actually outspeed a bunch of things on their Tailwind. Koko switches out, okay. Into Snorlax, that's fine by me. Let's see what Kartana goes for. Not going to protect here, so I could have faked out. But I'm actually hoping he knocks my Pikachu out. Leaf Blade. Okay, onto Pelipper. Doesn't go for the knockout there. That's fine. Unfortunately, I mean, I will get Tailwind up here. And I will be able to see whether, like, if Kartana detects next turn, it indicates he's sashed. If it doesn't, he could be AV. But I'm going to Thunder Kartana. I'm going to double up into Kartana here because I want to knock that out. And Snorlax can knock out one of my 2 Pokemon, but if it does and Kartana protects, that's a free switching into my Wailord. So, yeah, I could have faked out Kartana and Tailwind there, obviously, to conserve my Sash, but I did not want to get taunted by Koko. My opponent made a good switch out, and that's the scary thing with playing best of 1 with this team. And Kartana is a pretty big threat, so I want to eliminate that. Obviously, it's special defense stat pretty low. He does end up staying in, so I will just get the Thunder off. Let's see if he's Assault Vested. Ooh, no. Oh, man! Pikachu one-shot a Kartana. Oh my gosh. So I will get a Hurricane off as well. It's not going to do too much damage, as he actually curses, which is fine by me. Because, here's the thing, my opponent's team is reliant on really fast Pokemon other than Snorlax. So, with Snorlax cursing, that means that Wailord will actually be able to outspeed it. One of the main concerns about Wailord on this team is that it is really slow relative to most of the metagame. But if I can keep this Snorlax on the field and attack around it, then Wailord can actually just come out and, you know, just pick up knockouts even after Tailwind expires. So, yeah, that's... Oh, and Tapu Fini comes in too. That's so good to see. Great, great, great. Okay. And the reason why I say great is because I've got Kartana in the back. And 2 turns of Tailwind. So it's most likely like he's going to protect Fini here and go for like a Heavy Slam on a Pikachu. So how do I want to play that? I want to double switch here. Thundering into Fini is still the safe play. You know, I think I'll just sack Pikachu here. And switch into Kartana. Yeah, I like this play a lot. Because what this says is... Actually, Thunder might not knock out Fini, so maybe... I don't know, I think Fini definitely protects here. I'd be shocked if it didn't. And he does. Perfect. So the idea behind this is that I get Katana in for free, and then Wailord comes in for free as well. Presumably he will knock out my Pikachu. If he doesn't, then I can pick up 2 knockouts next turn. But there's a return from the Snorlax onto the Pikachu. Poor Pikachu's gonna go down, but hey man, he picked up a knockout onto Cortana, and that's not something I can complain too much about. So this is perfect because now Wailord comes in. And we've seen Curse, we've seen Return. I'm guessing that Snorlax probably doesn't have Protect. And if that's the case, I can just pick up a double knockout here by going for a Water Spout. So I want a Z move. Nah, no reason to. Might as well save it for the potential Coco. And since Feeny protected this turn, like, he basically has to lose both Pokemon. The only issue is if Snorlax does have Protect here. But even if it does, I still feel comfortable about my position. Maybe not that comfortable. I did lose my Sash on Pelipper. But if it's non-Protect Snorlax, like most of the Snorlax variants are, because you run Curse, High Horsepower, Return, then he would need a double Protect here with Feeny, I guess. Because otherwise I'd pick up a double knockout. Yeah, he goes for it, doesn't get it. No Protect on Snorlax as I anticipated. There's a Leaf Blade. Gonna not knock out Feeny, actually. And it's Weakness Policy. That's cute. So my opponent actually could have gone for an attack there. But Water Spout here, I think, should finish up the deal on both of these Pokemon. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Great. It's a 3-1-1. I don't think it's over yet. Because if my opponent has Discharge, that could be bad. His Tailwind does expire. So Coco comes back in. Okay, let's say, if he has HP Fire, I mean, if he has Discharge, I have Wide Guard. I mean, I just Z-move here. It's crazy that it's like 3-on-1 and my opponent can still win this, but yeah, I think I just Water Spout here and Z-move. Because he can't knock out both Pokemon at the same time. Yeah, we saw in the last game, like, Thunderbolt from Coco doesn't knock out Cortana, even though Cortana is so frail. Like, resistance is enough to keep it around. So let's see. This is pretty much the turn. If Coco protects, then that's perfectly fine by me, because I waste... my opponent just forfeits. Nice. Okay, I think that means we probably have time for one more match with this team. Might as well, since it's my last time, I think, using this team. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to see it a little bit longer. I just think it's really fun, and it's actually, like, pushing us slowly into the... or up the 1800s, which is also pretty crazy. So, yeah, that was a really clean win there. Ultimately, like, I don't think Snorlax is the right Pokemon for my opponent to bring, because basically the way you beat this team is that you stall out Tailwind, because you know that in the back it's probably going to be the Wailord. And wow, we're at 1841 already. That's nuts. But yeah, you know Wailord's probably in the back, or Coco. I guess it's not as easy just to say solid Tailwind, because, like, there could be Cortana and Coco in the back. But still, like, the ways I've lost, I mean, if you guys watched yesterday's episode, like, I lost 2 games in that one. The first game was me getting wrecked by an extreme speed Choice Band Dragonite. That's actually just really bad for this team. I don't have anything really to deal with it, because even setting up Tailwind just sets priority off and off. But we're going to find Salas for our last opponent of the day, running this time around a hybrid. Like, it's got Trick Room and it's got some speedier Pokemon. So Coco, Lele, Metagross, all Pokemon I'm familiar with. I did have all 3 of those on my San Jose team. But rounding it out is Porygon 2, Arcanine, and Araquanid. So this is interesting because my opponent could go for the Trick Room option. And if that's the case, I'm pretty scared. Because I can't just go, fake out Tailwind and mindlessly, go from there. That's really hard. That makes this really hard, I think. I don't like that, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna lead Pelipper and Cortana. Mimikyu could make a little bit more sense here, but Fairy Z moves... I do have Taunt on Mimikyu, actually, right? Yes. So maybe I actually have to bring Mimikyu here. Pelipper and Mimikyu. I think I like that, because if I can deny the Trick Room, then I can Tailwind, and Wailord can sweep. I'm going to go Cortana for the 4th. Yeah, I like Cortana a little bit more because of its ability to one-shot Lele and Coco. Okay. Maybe bringing my Coco would have been a little bit better in this matchup. This is going to be really tricky. no puns intended, let my opponent has Trick Room, but I'm excited. I don't know. I didn't utilize Mimikyu well at all yesterday, so I'll see if I can do it a little bit better this time around. I'm bringing it because, I don't know, Trick Room is really bad for this team to go up against, which is why I'm guessing there is a taunt Mimikyu on this team. Ooh, Lele Porygon. Okay, I will take that lead. Yeah, I'll definitely take that lead. Am I Jolly or Adamant with Mimikyu? I should check that. I'm definitely taunting Porygon here. Maybe I'll even Tailwind. Let's see. So, speed activates in order, not too much of a surprise. Download boost on Porygon. Unfortunate, but not too much you can do about that. Right, I meant to check Mimikyu's spread. Okay. So, I think I just taunt Porygon and Tailwind turn 1, honestly. Yeah, I like that. Because if I Tailwind, then I can double up onto Lele next turn. And, like I said, my goal was to deny Trick Room. And this denies Trick Room. I'd actually, ideally, like, Lele doubles up into Pelipper. Like, Lele and Porygon both attack, and we don't see Trick Room, so I get a free switch into Wailord. Because if that's the case, oh man, then I just start Water Spouting and go everywhere. I don't think that's going to happen. Ooh, okay, Lele gets the Psychic off. Gonna go into Pelipper. That's perfectly fine by me. So here's the taunt. I'm going to deny a potential Trick Room. I don't care if he knocks me out here. I want him to knock me out, actually. And Tailwind goes up. Right, please knock out Pelipper. If he does, oh, that would be so great. Hey, oh, Ice Beam does come out. Onto Pelipper. Okay. That is very, very good. Although, yeah, I don't know the Mimikyu. I think it's admin, right? If I remember correctly, it is. Which means I can't simply just bring in Wailord because he could still Psychic me. So I'll bring in Cortana here. Yeah, okay. That works for me. He'll probably switch Lele out. Yeah, so I'm actually baiting the Lele switch out. And I'm going to go for a Swords Dance. This is a ballsy play. But Cortana switches out. Okay, so let's see if he switches out Lele or protects it. Pretty sure he was Scarfed. Called it, yeah. Metagross. Perfect. That's good. That's good. So what this means is next turn... Oh, although he could break my sub here. Ice Beam into Wailord. Perfect. No freeze. Please don't freeze. Are you... Oh, oh my god. No. Why is the world so cruel? Okay, I'm gonna Water Spout. Oh man, I am so sad. I am so sad. I think I had that. I made the right play. Oh. Well, I mean, that's what I get for switching into an Ice Beam, I guess. I'm going to Shadow Claw Metagross. Yeah, because I want to knock that out right now. He doesn't protect, or switch out, or Bullet Punch. Darn it! Ah! I'm so sad. Please miss. He doesn't miss. Because if he doesn't freeze me, I just play rough and Water Spout. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Okay. Taunt wears off. If you have Bullet Punch, I don't see why you don't go for it last turn. I need to hope for a clutch on Thaw right now. Maybe I should have Shadow Clawed Metagross still. If I get this on Thaw, I still pick up a double knockout though, and that's huge for me. Maybe I don't want a double knockout. Yeah, that's like freeze is so bad for this team because you need every turn to Tailwind that you can get. That's frustrating. Oh well. So here's the Twinkle Tackle on. Wow, that is so strong. Please unthaw. Wailord, you suck, man. Miss? Oh no, he's Zen head. Oh yeah. So he's not banded. It's probably a Assault Vested if I had to guess. Tailwind Peter's out, so I bring in Cortana. I don't have Protect, so I have to hope he Psychics. He's gonna bring Lele out. At least he should. Yeah. So I don't have Protect, so I have to hope he Psychics into Cortana and let I can survive. Because if I do, then I just actually pick up a double knockout here. Yeah, I don't have any other option. If he Psychics into Mimikyu, I lose the game 100%, but my opponent doesn't know I don't have Protect yet. Oh wait, no, he does. Never mind. He's seen Swords Dance play Rough Taunt and Shadow Claw, so... Yeah, you just Psychic into Mimikyu. I guess Metagross can't knock me out, though. So it depends on what my opponent's last one is, because... I mean, I don't have any bulk on Cortana. I don't know if it... Yeah, okay, let's see. He just Psychics. Into Mimikyu. Okay. So nothing I could have really done there. I do have to knock out the Tapu Lele. Now, if Metagross can't 2-hit KO me, I can still win this one. Because I do have the Z... Oh, wait. I used the Z move on Mimikyu already. Never mind. So, I don't know. If it's like a Araquanid and I crit a Leaf Blade or something. Yeah, he just then headbutts. A miss would be huge, too. He doesn't miss. Psychic Terrain boosted. Whew, okay. I actually survived that, though. And the Psychic Terrain disappears. I'm not giving up yet. It really comes down to what the last one is. It's Araquanid. I don't think +1 Leaf Blade knocks him out. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have Z move, but I needed to knock out Porygon. I'm gonna Sacred Sword Metagross so I get the Beast Boost. He hasn't revealed Protect yet. He doesn't Protect. We're still in this. Oh, but he probably has a Z move on Araquanid, which probably one-shots me. Oh, shoot. There is no way I survive this. I should have just went for the Leaf Blade onto Araquanid. I forgot about the Z move, and I was hoping... unless, like, miraculously I survive this, but I'm already pretty low. And again, this headbutt didn't do too much. I feel like I could survive this with, like, 1 HP. No, RIP the dream. Okay. Oh, he actually crit me there. I don't think that matters. I actually want to do a quick damage calc on how much I do to... I don't do damage calcs in-game, ever, because I want to treat it like an actual VGC match. Lagging a little bit just because I'm quickly opening a page, but yeah. It's the first time I've actually done a calc just to check. But yeah, Cortana, maybe I should have saved the Z move, but I think I needed to knock out Porygon. Cortana against Araquanid. +1 Leaf Blade. Ooh, I had a chance to knock him out. It's a damage roll. 37.5% chance. And let's see how much Liquidation does to me with the Z move. Yeah, so the play would have been to just go for the crit or the damage roll. So I misplayed there in the end. I had a chance to win because could have Leaf Bladed into the Cortana. But I was trying to go for the boost, and I kind of like blanked out about the Z move, because if he doesn't have the Z move, he actually doesn't knock out Cortana. But he hadn't used the Z move up until that point, and his team, we already seen Scarf on Coco. So Z move, and like Metagross didn't go for his Z move, so Z move was the only thing that made sense on that Cortana, or on that Araquanid. So I should have just gone for the Leaf Blade there in the end. Would have needed a crit or a high damage roll, but the odds are actually, like, they're not in my favor, but like, it's a 3/8 chance to knock out if it's max HP and 4 defense Araquanid, which is your typical Trick Room Araquanid. So, yeah, I can't be too upset. Like, I did get unlucky, but I had a chance at winning that one, and ultimately, like, I don't know. The Sacred Sword play, like, it makes sense, but I should have been anticipating the Z move from Araquanid. Sure, he could have protected, but Metagross isn't doing any significant damage up until that point, so I should have just gone for the Leaf Blade, try to go for a knockout. So, a little bit angry at myself for not going for that. Obviously, the logic behind going for the knockout on a Metagross is, okay, I can survive an attack from Araquanid. If it's not the Z move, I pick up the knockout and win. But let's say I Leaf Blade into Araquanid, and he protects. I guess if Metagross has Earthquake, like, Earthquake probably 2-shots Cortana from the range I'm in. But Leaf Blade was probably the better play anyway. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Had a really fun time with this team, and I feel like that third game kind of was stolen from me. I was pretty happy about how I played it overall. Maybe I should have brought in Wailord, actually, just initially. I'm not sure whether Scarf Lele outspeeds Wailord. Actually, it probably doesn't. Because I know Scarf Cortana does, but Lele is only 95 base. So I kind of risked the Ice Beam switching as well, which was my bad. And so it's kind of my fault that I got frozen. But yeah, like even though I got unlucky, and I think like if I didn't get that freeze, I probably would have won. I still could have played a lot better in multiple different points. And in the end there, should have just leaf bladed Cortana, I guess. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and the time with the team. Go check out the team analysis for the previous team if you have not already. And yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Leave a like as always if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. All right, peace.